Okay, we're gonna take a look at ATER as the first stock, and it had a massive run up this summer, and after that it's been falling continuously. If we zoom in here, we have a double top formation, which indicates it's probably gonna fall more, which it did. We have support from here that actually held quite, okay, not quite well, but it held. And I expected something to happen here, and we got a little pop. But then it reversed, and we broke the support. And now we're looking to fill the gap from 5.5-ish. So if this stock were to bounce, it's probably gonna do it on 5.5. I'm gonna stand on the sidelines, keep it on my watch list, but I'll be looking at 5.5 if I feel like I want to enter it. But I mean, look at the volume fall as well. We have massive volume going up, and then the volume falls off completely. I don't. I honestly think ATER could be done, but we do have some short interest. It's 55.43%. I mean, it's a really big number, but we got to keep in mind that how short interest, self-reported short interest is reported. It really leaves a lot of room for, how can I put this in a good way? It leaves a lot to the imagination. So I mean, this number could be 150% or 10%. It really, self-reported data is so delayed, and we know a ton of institutions has been fined for misrepresenting the short interest data. So I wouldn't trust this number all too much. We're only going to use free resources, so we're not going to look at Ortex, just so you can do this yourself. We're going to take a look at the options chain, because, you know, options do tend to move the price if we have a lot of options active, which we don't have on ATER. We don't really have anything at all. If it reaches $10, we're gonna have like 1 million shares in the money. Sure, it's a low float, but I mean, it's not gonna change anything. Not as it looks right now, at least. And we're gonna take a look at the cost to borrow on IBOR. I mean, IBOR doesn't represent all of the information out there, but it's still a good indicator. And we have a cost to borrow of 35.4% for 450,000 shares available to borrow. And as you can see, this number has gone down. We've been up higher, a lot higher. Okay, not a lot higher, but we've been higher. The shorts, we're gonna actually take another look at when the shorts were taken, or at least reported. It gives us an indication of where they could have been shorting from. Short interest, let's see, we have 8 million shares in short interest, and let's go from okay, from the 5th. Then we have like 5 million shares shorted, so let's take a look at the graph. They're probably short from, let's say, from $26 and downwards is the reported. So they're a lot in the green. They don't want to cover here. I mean, they're still in the green and they're expecting it to fall more. They're probably going to start covering at $3 or never. They maybe want to, like, cover down here in the minus when the company's bankrupt. I don't really see much happening for this stock, to be honest. Let's take a look at XELA. This stock is really interesting, at least the graph is. I mean, let's do this real quick, like that. And we have this, we have a gap that's been filled. And it bounced really beautifully on the gap fill. We had a massive bounce on the gap fill. And I mean, let's zoom out a little bit. Let's go from here. Let's go like that. I mean, this line is not valid. Why do I even have it? This line is not valid either, but I mean, it could become valid, and it looks like it will become valid. If you look at this, I mean, just looking at the tops, what's the difference between these tops? Let's have a look. This line is just so I can measure. It's 30%. This top and 30%. Let's see what 30% from this top is. Okay. I would actually expect this stock to at least pop off to 3.2-ish area. Well, let's do that instead. Yeah, $3.2. I'm gonna take profit on $3.2. Let's have a look at ATOS. It's an interesting graph because if we zoom in here, we have a head and shoulder pattern here. And if we zoom out a little bit, this is the interesting part. We have another head and shoulder pattern forming. And that means we're gonna go basically somewhere here, just on the pattern formation. So I'm actually gonna buy this stock after I've uploaded this video, and I'm gonna set take profit on 4.33 just to be on the safe side. It really does look like it's forming another head and shoulder. It's a good company anyway, but I mean, it's a bio company, therapeutics. You never know what happens with them. But just based on this formation, I'm gonna buy it, and as you can see, we have a small pop-off here as well. I mean, it's looking like it's broken downwards 1 hour momentum, and it could actually, yeah, I think this is probably gonna go up to at least 4.5. At least. It had a massive gamma squeeze this summer. It's really fun to play. Let's take a look at PROG real quick. I mean, PROG, since IPO launch, it's been falling, it's been shorted, and as that's the funny thing here. We know it's been shorted in this region. I mean, from here to here, and all it's been doing is falling. So if I were shorting this stock, I would be a bit scared right now because, you know, now we're moving up. We've broken the daily here. It's hopefully we turn it into resistance. Oh fuck, sorry, to support. I mean, look at that. That's just beautiful. Let's go down to 1 hour and have a better look. As you can see, it just goes, evens out, goes. I think we're gonna go down to 3.9, 3.09, and then start moving up again.